When she took office as HUD Secretary in 2021, Marcia Fudge set out to expand access to affordable housing and promote home ownership opportunities for people of color.
We don't have enough homes. If we had more homes and there were more competition, we certainly could bring the cost down.
The problem is especially acute in predominantly black communities, says Fudge, who was an Ohio congresswoman for 13 years when President Joe Biden nominated her to be HUD Secretary.
We know for a fact the browner or blacker communities become, the less value they have in their communities, not because their homes are less valuable, because that is what the nation determines.
Harvard's latest State of the Nation's housing report finds that nearly 32% of households spend more than 30% of their income on housing, and nearly 1 in 6 households paid more than half. Across the country, cost burdens were higher than average in black households. One expert tells us home prices have been rising faster than wage increases, all because of the shortage of available homes.
The people who currently own houses aren't selling, so there's no way into that market.
Professor Hillary Silver says the federal government can do more to encourage the construction of affordable housing, but she also points to zoning laws set by localities that require single-family homes instead of multifamily units. HUD is trying to address this through its Pathways to Removing Obstacles to Housing program. It provides planning grants for cities and towns to remove barriers to affordable housing, for example, by changing zoning laws. Fudge and the Biden administration have also worked to reduce bias in the home appraisal process and to address redlining, which is when people are denied a mortgage because they are seeking to live in a predominantly black neighborhood.
We take away, get rid of that discrimination that we have been seeing, especially with all communities, but obviously in black communities. The fact that we are increasing, or we're seeing increase in home ownership in the black community, I think says how focused this president is on that issue.
Fudge says it's a cause that she takes personally.
I do believe very strongly that every person should have a place to lay their head. I'm very passionate about the fact that no one in this country, the greatest, the wealthiest country in the world, should sleep on the street or on a bench or by a riverside or under a bridge.
And if you feel you're being discriminated against in the housing market, you can reach out to the Department of Housing and Urban Development's Fair Housing Office. That number is at the bottom of your screen. In Washington, Cassie Simeon, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage. And click the subscribe button here. You can also download our app and watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.